Hello guys, good evening. As you can see, my lighting yeah, not so bad. Okay, yeah, my name is Laura K. I'm a Namibian Youtuber and I am based in the Arandis region. I'm feeling my hair, guys. See, I've retouched my hair, I've interlocked my hair myself. Don't mind these corners of mine. Yeah, how do you like my hair, guys? How do you like my hair? So, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura K. I'm a Namibian YouTuber. I also don't mind this yellow guy because it's time to go to bed and it is cold. Oh, Arandis is cold. So guys, okay, now you know. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah. So guys, today before when I was just meditating, I just thought, let me share with you guys, my friends, my family, the lovers of life, okay? Team Laura K, Namibian YouTuber, okay? Guys, it's about how many houses I had moved before. I was just sitting and counting it. How many, in how many homes have I been before I settled? To get this my house. And today I'm not going to count how many houses I have lived in, including Rundu, Katima, Vintu, Koshakati, Usakos, Warfish Bay, Swapop, wherever. No, I'm just going to talk about how many homes within Arandis that I had lived in before the Lord blessed us with our own home. Yeah, the house that I've been showing you on my channel about, the renovation. Yeah. So guys, I'm going to count. As I'm going to talk, you must count how many houses. Okay, I remember somewhere around, it's either late 1979 or it should be late 1979, because when we moved to Arandis, my younger brother was not even a year, but he was in the sitting position. Okay, so and yeah, mom wanted to take me from the north because I had been living with my auntie, mom's sister. I told you that mom's sister got a child very late, so I'd been living with auntie. Okay, and so then mom brought me to Ushimba meaning urban. Okay, and so we came to Arandis, and when we came to Arandis, we used to live in a house, a blue house next to Lion Lodge, I think. And we were neighbors of Tate Moameni, and on that same street, from Tate Moameni, it was Tate Jabi's house, and then comes another house, and then come Honorable Asir Kapere, our parliamentarian. Yeah, so we were in the same street. And the late Mandela, may his soul rest in peace. I salute you, comrade. So we were living in the same streets. Okay, so we're living in that house. So and then on the other side, if you're watching this and you're from Mashakati, we were living on the other side around that street. We were living with the Kalwenyas. I think the eldest son of Tate Kalwenya, from the prominent people from Mashakati, I think. And so, and then who was living in that street that is also prominent? We had a lot of prominent people in that street. Okay. Yeah. So, and we also living with the Dumba family. May Tate Paulus Dumba, so rest in peace also. Yeah. So that's basically about that street. Even though the other people I know them, it's just I cannot remember their surnames. Okay, so and then when daddy or my stepdad got retrenched in 1984. Even though many people cannot really remember, I keep telling them there was a first retrenchment, and they keep saying no, the first retrenchment was in 1992, and I'm like, okay, I believe you guys. So then my stepdad was retrenched, and we went to the north. Rosing offered a truck. Rosing was a beautiful company. Rosing could give you medical aid. During December, we were given goodies. There were, a feast that you go and celebrate. Rosing would renovate the houses. Rosing would paint the houses. Rosing would pay the water bills for you. And and the town was very green. Arandis was very, very green and beautiful. So don't worry, I'll take you along. One day you will know and see my beautiful town. And it is only after independence that I don't know what happened with the administration, and things just went from good to overnight worse. Okay, so then we're living in that house. Okay, the street I told you. So we went to the north, and coming from the north, one time, then we used to live in a house. Then now Dad came back again to look for greener pastures, or he was driving trips because from the money he got retrenched, he went to buy 2 buses. Imagine in 45,000 you are getting, was it 45,000, was it 4,500, something in that line, but that he was able to buy 2 combis. So I think he got passengers that were coming this side. That is how we came, and by that time Mom also came to she also got a job here. So then we were living now in the house called Motate Shiwifa. If you're from Arandis and you're watching this, Motate Shiwifa, that house is now called 99. There is a bar now, and it belongs now to the Mundilos. It belongs to the Mundilos now, and it is called 99 Bar in Arandis, in a long street. So while we were there, then Mom saw that it was a little bit hectic, because maybe it was that the Shwifa them were her in-laws or something, or maybe, and we're living we're confined in one room, guys. Yeah, the struggle was real, guys. So, and that should be around 87. So, excuse me. So then from there, then we moved. Then we went to the north. I went to the north, and when I came back to the north, from the north around towards the end of 87 or 88, should be between 87 and 88. Then Mom had moved again to our old street at Mom's brother cousin called Tate. He's also late. May his soul rest in peace. And now in that house, in that street, there were also some prominent people there. We moved to that house. Remember, we're living in our house, the one I said before. Then Daddy was retrenched, went to the north, and then to the north, came back, stayed at the Shwifa's house. The house is now called 99. And then from there, somewhere around late 80s or mid 80s, and then we moved to the Karanje's house, to the Karanje's house. And then I went to the north again on holiday, and then my stepdad got a job. That's how Mom then moved to the town council. That is how they qualified to get a house, and Mom then bought a house. And when it was Daniel Muhura. One man, I forgot him, but I remember very well Frank Frederick. He was very quiet. He was my neighbor. And then, yeah, I could see him how he was living his life. And he was able to have a child from somebody from Arandis. And yeah, Frank Frederick was my neighbor. So, and then we were in that street now. We were with the Hoshonas, we were with the Emonos, and we were with the Hiskias this side, and we were with what is the other yeah. So, and we were with the Murangis, Huakups, and Simeons. We were with yeah. Okay, so that street, and it is in that street when I conceived my baby in that same house. That house that mom got in that street, I got my child while I was in that house. And yeah, 1996, I think, is it 1996 or 92, 93? I think then I left for Wolfish Bay. I stayed there a little bit longer, and when I came back, I came to find that mom them have moved from that house where we used to live around the time when Frank Frederick was still, training, and even when Frank Frederick went to become what he became, we're still in that house. I think it is after that when I came back from Wolfish Bay, I found that mom them had moved, and they moved again to a house where now Mesilas is staying, and that house was just behind the house in 99. The house that called the bar that is called 99. We used to live in that bar, and I would pass through these houses, and I would see flashback of my children and my childhood life, especially the house that I love. It is the one that we used to live together in 1980 where mom them used to live from 1976. It should be 77, 8, 9, 10 up to 84. Sometimes I would just go there and I would just have flashback, and I will see if I will try to maybe capture a video while there. But yeah, I will see if I can just for control. Okay, yeah. So, and then finally we were living in mom's house, and yeah, so we were living there. It is until when I got married, then I left the town completely, and when we had to come back from wherever we have been, and then we came and stayed with mom, and then maybe some few months, then we decided, no, let's get our own space. So we went to the town council, and we moved from mom's house, and we got our house that side of the Dama fabric, not Damara, it's called Dama fabric. And we were living next to Maleski, and in that house I feel so proud. Each time I pass there, I see the plant that I have plants there, and that woman loved me for that. They wanted the new owner now. And then from that house, then we moved to a house that later belonged to my brother-in-law. So we moved to that house, and then from that house, we did Arandis. Sorry guys, the gray hair is itching, guys. So we moved to the other house, and then from there, that's how we moved out of Arandis, and then we got a house in Swakop. So basically, and in the same house, and moving to Swakop, and then a lot of things happened, and then I never thought I would ever come back to Arandis, because the Arandis that we have known was no more the same. The place became almost a ghost town. The job opportunities have become very scarce, and the system just became very different. And as much as the houses were very affordable, I think Arandis was just not a place that you would want to come back. But you must really know what you want. You must really Arandis is actually a place for, and then yeah, okay. As I said, I never thought I would ever come here, even though when they were selling the houses at 15,000, 25,000 around early 2000, I think. The houses were very affordable, and I never thought I would ever come back. What brought us back is that after walking around across the country, when my husband got retrenched, when my husband resigned from the police, so we came to Swakop, and in Swakop we were now looking for houses, and we could not get houses. And then while we were praying, the Holy Spirit just said, why don't you go and check out Arandis? When we came to Arandis, as you know, the Lord have just ordered everything. We found people waiting for us somewhere. Oh, pastor, da 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 da. And in the name of the church, fellowshipping, and then somebody said, there's houses there. So we came into Arandis renting. We're first renting. From renting, we started trusting the Lord. And then from trusting the Lord, that is how we're able to have our own house, finally in Arandis, by the grace of God. So if there is a place I can really say that reminds me about my childhood life, a place that gives me that peace, a place that I can just come back to myself and I'm just calm. A place where I just don't need to look at what I have dressed, not like I should look wretched, but where I'm just allowed to be me. It is Arandis. And one good thing about Arandis is we are like a big family. In Arandis, you can just be in need of sugar and you can just go to one of your neighbors and they'll just give you. In Arandis, if your water is closed, your neighbor can just assist you until you come right. In Arandis, nobody cares about the car you drive, how you renovate your house, how fast, how slow, where you are working, the type of business you are doing. People just mind their own business and they care more about maintaining the relationship, amongst each other. And also in Arandis, people love to serve the Lord. As much as also in Arandis, the youth are struggling, there's a lot of vendors that are selling drugs. And this is really our challenge here. And apart from that, and in the same time, I can say Arandis is safe as much as we have those kids that does that. No place is completely safe, but yes, in Arandis, at least I can risk and say I'm going somewhere to one house, and it's not like Windhoek, not like, I don't know about other towns, but yeah. So that was my story, guys. How many houses I have moved and lived in Arandis before I came to a place of having my own house as I am sitting in it now. And then when we got the house in Arandis, so me and my husband, we decided we're going to renovate it in a way that it should still look like Arandis house outside, because the only thing we're going to do with our house, we want to either put tiles as a paint, or we rather want to put those fire bricks, those red bricks, but we don't want to change much of the design outside. But inside, we changed it such that people will come in and they'll be like, wow. And they'll be like, but other houses are also changed, and what's unique about ours? But I guess that's the grace and the wisdom the Lord has given us to transform it into a different look. Since we have been exposed to different designs and so on. And we are still a work in progress. We are still working and working on our house. Yeah. So basically, the moral of the story is, keep on holding on. Don't look at how many times you have been through as a child, how many times you have been moving, and maybe the level your parents were. Just know that one day, the Lord will give you your own home. Otherwise, why don't you subscribe? Why don't you like? Why don't you share? I don't know what you are waiting for. Why don't you press that notification button? Be part of that gang, and whenever I post videos, you'll be one of the people to be notified. Otherwise, lovers of life, you know what? I am so blessed to have you, because now we are on our way to 500. Guys, listen, I'm telling you, gradually, one step at a time. Some are on their way to 1 million, on their way to 1,000, on their way to 10,000, on their way to 2,000, on their way to 100, on their way to 20, on their way to 5, on their way to whatever, as we are on our way to 500. So we are doing good, guys. Thank you so much. Keep subscribing, and please, when you are watching, make sure at least you watch for at least 5 minutes. If it's less, it should be at least 3 minutes and some seconds. Don't watch 1 minute, because then YouTube will disqualify your subscription. So thank you so much. The Lord bless you. That was my story, moving from one house to another until such time where the Lord had to brought me back to Arandis, and He gave me my house. Now me and my husband and children live here. Now we can say we are no more going to move around like mom and dad used to be, but we have a house of our own. The Lord bless you. Till we meet again from Ilona K, it is a bye-bye.